All right, so that was college football, NFL, week two, week three, respectively. Now we're gonna go through some picks coming up. We got college football week four. Starting off Friday night, we're gonna run through some of the bigger games and any other picks that we have. Friday night though, big game: Illinois at Nebraska, 24 versus 22. Nebraska is favored by 8 with a total set at 43. This should be a pretty good game.
Yeah, it definitely should be a good game. Nebraska 3-0, Illinois 3-0. Both have I would say, a somewhat solid of a resume going into this game. Nebraska had a pretty solid win over Colorado, and Illinois um, had a 6-point win over Kansas. I haven't watched enough of Illinois to really know a whole lot. I would say I lean Nebraska here at home minus the 9, but the over under total of 43.5 makes me a little wary of playing almost a double digit spread or minus 8, whatever it is. So nothing for me here, but should definitely be a good game.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have many plays, or I don't have any plays, but the low total definitely makes me lean a little bit more toward Illinois. But because they're on the
Mhm.
road, I'm gonna lay off.
Correct. It's kind of my thought process there as well.
Yeah, and then we go to Saturday. We'll start with the noon slate. We got NC State at Clemson. Clemson minus 20.5. That's an ACC game. Let's see what else. Florida at Mississippi State. Florida minus 6 on the road, which in my opinion is wild. Kansas, West Virginia, also a good game. West Virginia minus 2.5.
Well, I mean, Florida minus 6 on the road seems wild, but Mississippi State just lost at home to Toledo by 24 points.
Yeah, I know. Mississippi
So,
State is not very good, but SEC matchup, laying 6 on the road is not something I'm interested
yeah,
in.
I lean Mississippi State. Not one of my plays there, but definitely lean that way.
Do you have any plays at noon? I don't have any.
Yeah, I do. I got the Raging Cajuns. I have them locked in at +3. They are hosting Tulane. Um, I think it's a good spot for the Cajuns there. Tulane's on a second of a back to back. And it's kind of one of those rivalry games too. Little Raging Cajun, little two Louisiana teams going at it. I'll take the home team with the 3 points. Yeah, give me the Cajuns there. And then Navy. Is Navy a noon game? Do you know? Is it? I think it might be a little later, but that's my next play. Yeah, it's at 3:30. So
No.
we can move on to
Yeah.
the 3:30s.
Yeah, there's a couple in between. There is a 1 o'clock, couple 2 o'clocks. Iowa State is hosting Arkansas State. That's a 21.5 point spread. You got 2 o'clock, Utah State at Temple. And then headlining the 3:30 before we get to your Navy game is USC at Michigan. USC is currently minus 5.5 on the road in the big house with a total of 44. I would love to get your thoughts on this game because I am leaning USC, but god damn, laying 5.5 on the road is wild.
Yeah. So I initially had written down Michigan plus I saw +6. It's that
Yeah, this is
line's now
DraftKings. They're
yeah
currently 5.5.
yeah line is now down to 5.5. I like how we both use DraftKings, to be honest. We kind of have the same platform now, which is kind of cool. But I initially lean Michigan plus the 6. I think the change at quarterback could help his team offensively find a little bit new life. They did find somewhat of an identity around the football last week. Um, the ratio of run plays to pass plays was definitely what you see out of a Michigan team. Defense, not that great, giving up 18 points to Arkansas State, but they definitely have a test here with USC coming in here. But I wrote down Michigan +6. I might add it to my slate. I don't love it enough right now, so I'm gonna
Yeah, it's
pass.
a
I'm gonna
tough one.
pass that right now. Yeah, I just don't think
I
Michigan's gonna
am,
lose 2 games at the Big House. You know,
yeah, I hear you. Uh, I am gonna take a play here, but it's not gonna be a side. I'm gonna take the under 44.
okay.
I am currently writing that down. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get it now because I mean it opened up at 46.5. So
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under in that game. Um, I think USC's defense is much better. I know Michigan's defense is really good. I think it's going to be a low scoring game in the big house. Um, and I do lean Michigan, so that makes me like the under a little bit more. But
yeah,
I'm not confident enough to play a side.
I hear you there. I hear you. Yeah, like I said, like I wrote it down initially, but then I kind of backed off of it just because the unknowns. Is like I think the new quarterback coming in, Orgy coming in, and might provide a little bit of a spark, but yeah, I just don't trust his team enough right now.
Yeah, that is a bit. That's probably one of the bigger games this weekend. I do have another play. I'm going to take Louisville minus the 10 at home, hosting Georgia Tech. ACC matchup. Um, I just like the home team here.
Yeah,
I think Georgia Tech got a little overhyped with a big win in Ireland, so I'll take Louisville minus the 10.
I like it. I like it.
You got any
Yeah,
more plays at
yeah,
3:30?
I do. Yeah, Louisville's coming off a bye week there too, and Georgia State's coming off of 4 straight weeks, including week 0. So they're definitely tired. Might be a good spot there for Louisville at home. Yeah, so I got Navy. I have them locked in at +9. They host in Memphis. Memphis is coming off they're on their second of a back-to-back, including a win at Florida State. I mean, winning at Florida State, I mean, if you looked into the season, before the season, and said Memphis was going to win that game, you'd be like, oh, wow, that's a fantastic win. Doesn't seem as good now, given that Florida State is 0-3. But I think they're going to be overlooking this Navy team slightly. Like I said, second of a back-to-back. I'll take Navy plus the 9 points. That's my play
Yeah, and
there.
you can actually get 9.5 on DK right now.
Money line, baby.
You're taking the money line?
No, but I don't care. I don't care what the spread is. I would take it. I would take it down to 7. I would get Navy at least 7, 7.5. Gets below that.
You
That's
got
when I'm.
Navy plus 9.5 is minus 110 on DraftKings with a plus 280 money line current.
Yeah, might be worth a sprinkle.
All right, there is a couple
Oh, wait, do I have
other
anything else
close
there?
spreads.
Just double check.
Arkansas at Auburn is Auburn minus 3 with a total set at 56. That should be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona State at Texas Tech is another 3-point spread to Texas Tech with an over under set at 60. Those are both 3:30 games, so
I
predicted to
I
be
I have Texas Tech -3.
minus 3 at home. Yeah. Same for
That is one of
Auburn
my
minus 3
plays.
at home. Those are projected to be some pretty good matchups
Yes,
in the
sir.
3:30 slate. Then you have another one, 3.5, Rutgers at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech minus 3.5, over under set at 44.5. That's another 3:30.
Yeah, 3:30 slate is packed. I love it.
Yeah, and then you have a 3:40 with UCLA going to LSU. LSU minus 24. UCLA sucks. I took Indiana last week, but I did not put that on the show. Indiana minus 3.
Yeah, they absolutely smoked.
Yeah, but
Absolutely smoked.
I was more confident in Indiana than I am in LSU, to be honest, especially with laying 24 points. So I'm going to lay off that. But we do have a ranked matchup at 4 o'clock. Utah traveling to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State minus 2.5. Over under set at 52.5. That's a big matchup.
Yep. I actually locked in a play already in this game. I have Utah, Oklahoma State under 54.
The current line is 52.5. So good play.
Yeah, I locked that in yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So yeah, lines would have moved to 1.5. Um, I advise. I mean, if you listen to it tomorrow, I'd advise getting it in when you can because that line's going to keep creeping down. I think.
Yeah, and then we move. I do have a play at 5 o'clock. I'm going to take TCU on the money line at SMU. I don't think SMU is worth a goddamn thing this year. Currently at minus 142. So
Mm-hmm.
give me TCU on the money line.
Okay. Yeah, TCU coming off a tough loss against UCF too. That was a really good game the other day.
Let's see. Miami travels to South Florida. They lay 16.5.
Yeah, that was one of I have that written down. It was one of my leans. South Florida plus 16.5. Don't love it enough, so I'm probably not going to play it at the end of the day, but I don't know. I think so. This South Florida team has a little spunk to them, a little rivalry game. Two Florida teams. I don't know. I like it, but not like I don't like it enough to play it though.
Yeah, and that's in the 7 o'clock slate. Big Ten matchup Northwestern at Washington. Washington laying 10.5. That one can probably get ugly, but I do want to get your opinion on Cal at Florida State. Florida State laying 2.5 at home with a total set at 44.5. What are you thinking there?
Um, I, I'm team fade Florida State until they prove us wrong. I guess. I mean, this Cal team looks pretty solid. They beat Auburn on the road. They rolled through San Diego State. This Cal team seems to be pretty solid, but 2.5 point spread there kind of worries me. I feel like after Florida State going 0-3, maybe closer to a pick 'em. But Florida State's at home. It seems like a good bounce back spot, but I'm not touching it. You couldn't pay me to touch it.
Well, you could pay me because I'm going to buy Cal to +3. I
Oh,
don't think this Florida State team is worth a goddamn thing. DJU has proven that he sucks. Cal came out strong. Give me the 3 with Cal.
all right. I mean,
Like you said,
if
until I see it.
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, if I had to play something, that's the play. That's the side I would play. I mean, I think you're absolutely nuts if you're going to bet Florida State to win the game right now, especially against
Nope.
a proven solid team, in California. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's where I stand on them right now.
We're going to continue with the 7 o'clock. Toledo at Western Kentucky. Not necessarily a big game, but Toledo with a huge win at Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Um, they're laying 2.5 on the road. What do you think about that one?
This is my favorite play of the week, Fuski. Give me Western Kentucky plus 2.5 points.
Yeah, I can
Second
see
of
it.
a second of a back-to-back. Toledo is traveling to Western Kentucky here. Western Kentucky, not the Western Kentucky of late with like Bailey Zappi and what was it, the undrafted quarterback for the Bears? He was on Hard Knocks. I forget his name, but you year in and year out a pretty explosive
It's an
offense.
agent.
No, it's not the backup like right after Caleb Williams, but he was like the undrafted like fourth stringer. Can't think of his name right now. But anyway, beside the point, Western Kentucky's year in and year out, pretty explosive offense. I like them at home against Toledo. Solid letdown spot here after a big win for Toledo, second of a back to back. Yeah, give me Western Kentucky.
I'm gonna join you on that one. Actually, I'm gonna buy it
Let's
to 3
go.
if it doesn't get there by game time. But yeah, after a big win against the SEC, I like that.
Let's go.
And now, probably the biggest game of the weekend: Tennessee at Oklahoma. Tennessee is -7 on the road with an over/under set at 57. I've been really high on Tennessee this year, but this is a big game, and I think laying 7 on the road is a lot.
Um, yeah, no, definitely a lot of points. I'm not touching it for that reason. Just my initial instinct. I want to take Oklahoma 7 points at home, but Tennessee looks absolutely dominant and ferocious so far. I don't know if I can take it.
Yeah, I think this is the Nico Iamaleava Heisman proving game, personally.
Yeah, definitely big game. Definitely big game for him in his campaign for
He's
Heisman.
top he's top 3 or 4 in odds. If he comes out, shows out, wins this game, I think he boosts up really high. And I got him at 15 to 1. So I hope he does that, but I cannot bet on the game.
No, yeah, we'll see how the day goes. No, I'm not betting it. I'm not doing it. I just hate doing that because if I end up having like a good day and then I get to this game and I don't love it, but I bet it and I lose, it's gonna piss me off. So
Yeah.
yeah, this week is gonna be a big like testing week for me because what was it? It was the true week one. I had like an all right day. It was like pretty middle of the pack, and then I threw in. I added like 3 plays and they all lost. Then last week I threw in a couple extra plays that I didn't absolutely love. Didn't have the best week. Like a couple of plays that I absolutely did love though hit. So I'm gonna kind of stick to my guns here. I'm only gonna play sides that I actually love. I'm gonna try to show a little bit of discipline here and try to get this record looking more positive.
Yeah. No, I hear you. 7:30, we got Iowa at Minnesota. Iowa's laying 2.5 on the road. Over under set at 35.
Yep, it's a
Um,
typical Iowa game. Unders over unders in the mid 30s.
yeah, I'm gonna take Minnesota plus the 2.5, probably buy it to 3.
Love it. I absolutely
Give
love
me
it.
the home team.
Yeah, I will never bet on Iowa as long as I live ever again. I lost. I had
Yeah,
them. What did I have them? -23 last
yeah,
week.
last week. Yeah,
Iowa scores 38 points against Troy. They scored 38 points in any other world. Iowa scoring 38 points and they cover a 23-point spread, but they gave up 3 touchdowns. All of them were 60 plus yards. Two
mm,
passing touchdowns, and all 3 of them were the touchdown scores the same guy. 2 of them were passing touchdowns, and one was a punt return for like 75 yards. So
Yeah,
I got
they're brutal.
completely hosed. I'll never bet on Iowa again. I think it was the right side at the end of the day, but I can't. I will never do it again.
Moving on, we got 8 o'clock. Baylor at Colorado. Colorado -1.5. Over under set at 51. I don't have a pick here. Good win for Colorado against Colorado State after the build-up last week, but I don't know. I don't think Baylor's that good of a team. I think Colorado should win this game, but I'm not really confident in laying points or even the money line at -122.
Yeah, I mean, I I'm not huge on this Baylor team. I think they're a little bit better than what people are giving them credit for. Um, they will go to Iowa. Not Iowa. They go to Utah. Um, lose by 11. They covered that spread. Take care of business against Air Force. They're at Colorado. I think this is a not the most perfect letdown spot for Colorado after a big convincing win over their rival last weekend. I'm not going to play it, but I definitely lean Baylor.
Yeah, I would lean the same way. Like I said, not confident enough to put anything on it.
Exactly.
Uh, Purdue at Oregon State. Oregon State -5.5 after getting whomped by Oregon and Purdue getting double whomped by Notre Dame. Total set
Yeah.
at 50. I think that could be an interesting game.
Yeah, this is the I don't even know what to say right now. This is the game of trying to I don't even know. Trying to save some kind of
Treading
face,
water.
like
Yeah,
they're coming
treading
off
water for both teams. Yeah.
like they're
Whoever
both
loses drowns.
yeah, correct. The other one gets a piece of wood from the ship that sank. They can float on it for a little bit. But yeah, I got nothing there. I
I
probably
don't
lean
either.
Oregon. I probably lean
I did
Oregon
want to
State,
mention,
but
I just wanted to mention it because both teams kind of got shit on.
yeah, they got
So I
murdered.
think there could be an edge somewhere, but I just don't know where it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, I don't know where it is either. I got nothing there.
I almost lean more towards Purdue only
Okay.
because I don't think the Oregon Ducks are as good as they were expected to be, and at least Oregon State put up some points.
Yeah.
I think Notre Dame just had a lapse in focus against NIU personally. So the 5.5 is intriguing, but I'm not going to play it. I got to see a little bit more from both those teams. And then one last
100%.
game in college.
Whoa, one more.
Kansas,
One
yeah,
more before that. You,
Kansas,
you, you skipped one. You skipped over one at 8 o'clock.
Fresno,
No,
or are you taking Texas -44?
no,
Ole Miss.
no.
Is it BC? Because if it's BC, I don't have it on my thing.
Ah, that's what it is.
I'm in
Damn.
Mass, brother. I can't see it on
Oh,
the slate.
that's dude. That is such bullshit.
Hey, I don't
That
make
is
the
such
rules,
bullshit. I
but hey, go
know.
ahead. I don't even know
Yeah,
what the line is because I can't see it.
Boston College. I got them locked in -6.5. They host Michigan State. Michigan State heads back home after this game to host Ohio State. I think it's a slight look ahead spot here. BC coming off I would I don't like to call it a convincing loss, but they played the number 6 team in the country at the number 6 team in the country very well. Had a lead early on, lost it, but kind of fought back at the end. Um, I like this BC team. I think they win this game by a touchdown at least.
What's the spread?
I locked it in at 6.5.
Okay,
I
minus
don't know
six
where.
and a half for BC.
Yeah, maybe I can pull that up right now since you can't see it. I love how you're like, is it BC? Because I can't see it.
Yeah, it doesn't even show up, which is crazy.
That is wild.
That's a new rule that they put in.
Yeah, it's kind of lame, man.
It's all right. I have my ways.
We all have our ways to get it in. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that's what she said. Boston College, -7, -105 currently. So,
All right.
yep, I'm happy I got it the 6.5 before it hit that key number there. But yeah, absolutely.
All right. And then the actual last game is 10:30. Kansas State at BYU. Kansas State laying 6.5, over under set at 48. The late night nightcap.
Yep.
Kansas State coming off a convincing win. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know much about BYU, but what do you think?
Um. Yeah. So BYU were 12-point underdogs to SMU, give or take. I don't know what the exact number was, but they're double-digit underdogs to SMU a few weeks ago. They won that game. They were 9.5-point favorites last week against Wyoming. Won that game by 20. I can't remember if they had the lowest win total going into the Big 12 this year. It was definitely a bottom three team. But they've played pretty well up to this point. I like the spot for BYU. Um, Kansas State has Oklahoma State on deck, and BYU is traveling to Baylor. So I don't really think BYU has any kind of look ahead spot here, but Kansas State definitely does. So I like BYU +7. It's not really a high enough number for me to really love it enough. I would like to get it if it's closer to 10. Let me look at DraftKings actually real quick.
6.5.
6.5. Yeah, it's going down. So yeah, I'm out. I am out on that. But I do lean BYU. Kansas State's definitely the better team, but especially after it's a perfect little sandwich spot, big win against a ranked
Spot
team,
play. Yep.
BYU, and then Oklahoma State the following week. So I don't love the number, but I like the spot.
All right. Well, that does it for college football. Let's go to NFL. And this will be starting tomorrow night, aka tonight, if you're watching the video. Excuse me. New England Patriots travel to the New York Jets. Jets are laying 6 with a total set at 38.5. I've been against the Patriots the past 2 weeks. I will be buying the Patriots to 7 points and playing them at +7. I still think that the Jets have things to figure out, and I think the Patriots are a bit frisky. So I'm going to take the touchdown in a primetime game with a low total. Give me the Patriots +7.
Okay. I got nothing as of right now. I would lean the Pats. If the number gets to 7, I may entertain it.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
buying it there. So,
yeah, I don't know. I just hate buying points. That's like taking the
and
lines.
if you buy on DraftKings, you get a 50% boost. So if you're buying the 7, it's basically even money. That's what I'll
Uh,
be doing.
okay.
It's +6 is -108, so it really would only be -130 at -130 ish at +7. And if you use DraftKings, you get a 50% boost on the game. And Patriots are currently +7 at -133. So if you get 50% boost, you're getting it at plus money. And that's what I'll be taking. And I'd still
Cool.
lay it at the -133.
Okay.
Or I'd still
Yeah,
take it, not lay it.
I kind of want to. I told myself for the season that I was not going to be a big Pats better this season. Um, I do like the 7. I like the 6 as well. But I don't know. I kind of want to watch it as a fan. Kind of take the whole gambling aspect out of it. I lean the under on points big time. Under 38.5. Give me that. But like I said, I'm staying away from gambling on Pat's games because I've just gone absolutely torched the last couple of years.
Yeah,
Betting on
I faded in the past couple of weeks. I went 0 and or 0-1-1.
Let's make it
Because they
1-1 and
won
one.
against the Bengals. No,
No, I
oh
said
one and
let's
one. They
make it. Let's make it 1-1 and one.
Yeah. Another play that I like here, though, just maybe not an official play, but look into it. Demario Douglas has not been targeted a lot this year,
Mm-hmm.
but his receiving yard total is at 24.5. So I think that's something you can look at
All right.
for sure on a prime time. It's very low.
Yeah.
I know they got some new receivers, but Pop is good shit. He might be our best receiver. So
Mm-hmm.
24.5 is a low number. Anyways, let's move into Sunday. Chicago Bears travel to Indy. Indy -1.5. Over under set at 43.5. I don't believe there's any significant injuries in this game other than the opposite. Josh Downs is supposed to make his return. Um, I lean the Colts here, but I'm gonna sit back and watch.
Yep. I'm actually gonna take the Colts at -1.5. I think it's a good bounce back spot at home. I think the Bears still got to figure some things out. Um, Probably a low scoring game. I like the under 43.5. But
Hmm.
I like
Lie.
the one
There is a significant injury. DeForest Buckner
DeForest Buckner. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
will be out for this game.
Correct. We did see that. Which is a massive presence on that D line for the Colts.
And the
But
Colts
no,
have got run all over the past 2 weeks. Jacobs for 150 and Mixon for 150.
that is concerning.
So, my play here is going to be DeAndre Swift over 52.5 rushing yards at -115.
Okay. He went for 14 attempts for 18 yards the other night.
against a good Texans defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never been a huge DeAndre Swift guy, but I mean, yeah, with this run defense, especially DeForest Buckner out, yeah, I can definitely see it happening. But yeah, I'm on the Colts -1.5.
Yeah, I don't like a side in this game. I think the Bears can turn it up at any point, especially if Keenan Allen's going to come back. But this Colts running defense is terrible, and if they don't have the DeForest Buckner, they're going to run all over him. And if the Bears are smart, they will run the ball more than they pass the ball. So 52.5 is plenty to get me on board.
Okay, love it. Let's move on.
Broncos at Bucks. Bucks -6.5 at home. Over under set at 40. Low total for a good offense in the Bucks and a good. I guess that's okay.
Yeah, 40 seems right. I would have guessed it would have been a little lower, to be honest with you, which makes me
Yeah.
lean the under. But yeah, this is not a game I want any part of. I am out.
No, I'm not touching this either.
I am out. OUT.
Next game, Packers at Titans. Titans are -2 with a total of 38. Jordan Love is questionable to return in this game. This feels like a trap.
Yeah, the Packers +2.
Yep.
Yeah, I have Titans 1.5, 2 written down here with an asterisk next to it, strictly based on the Jordan Love decision and if he's going to play or not. So
Yeah.
if he doesn't play,
Um,
I like it. If he does play, get me off
if he
this. Get
does,
me
if
off
he
that.
does play, this game is flopped, in my opinion. I think Packers are -1, -1.5.
Yeah, I think honestly might be higher than that. I think it could be minus
Um,
3, 3.5.
I think the Titans defense is really good. Fuck, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I've written down if that's the thing though too is like if Jordan Love is confirmed out, is that line gonna jump up to 2.5, 3 for the Titans? You know,
No, it would go the other way.
if Jordan
Titans are
Love doesn't,
favored by
but
2.
correct. But if Jordan Love doesn't play, does that line move more in favor of the
No,
Titans?
because the line is our.
Is taking into
I think
account
the
that he
line
probably
would
won't
stay.
play.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
but I
if
think the
Jordan
Titans
Love is
defense is
ruled out,
miles
I'll be
above
on the
the Colts
Titans.
defense. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with this game.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, if Jordan Love is
Uh,
out, I'll be on the Titans.
yeah, yeah, I don't disagree. Next game, Texans at Vikings. Texans laying 2 on the road, total set at 46. Joe
Actually,
Mixon.
sorry, I hate to interrupt here.
Go
Fuck
ahead.
that. I'm not in the Titans. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not touching that one.
Nope, I am all set. Okay, sorry. Hop back
Um,
into it.
you're good. Texans at Vikings. Texans laying 2 on the road. Total set at 46. Vikings obviously coming off a huge win. And Joe Mixon is hopeful to play in week 3.
Initially, right off the gate there, I don't know, I just leaned the Vikings. It was a huge win for them against the Niners. But I do think at the end of the day, the Texans are a better team. They do travel to Minnesota. Um, I don't feel strongly enough about either side here. I would lean Vikings, but I don't really. I don't have anything here.
Uh, Give me Texans money line -135. Too
Okay.
short.
Yeah. They'll find a way to win that game. I don't know. They just smoked the
Me,
Niners, man.
me either, but I'm going a little bit opposite of what I did. They're making me think on the Texans, but no, they're the better team. We're going to get back to normal here in week 3.
Okay. I like that thought process.
Chargers at Steelers. Steelers -1.5, over under set at 36. No significant injuries in this game. Steelers defense has been phenomenal. Chargers have been playing hardball ball. I got nothing here. I want nothing to do with this game. Justin Fields' prediction to be the starter again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm all set with this one, man. All set. Like I want to see the Chargers so bad, but I mean, who knows right now with the Steelers not scoring touchdowns and winning games. Like I'm all set with not gambling on that game.
Yeah. Next game, Giants at Browns. Browns -6.5, excuse me. Over under set at 38.5. I'm taking this is the ugliest pick you've ever heard in your life, but I'm taking the Giants plus 6.5. I'm gonna buy it to 7, so
Yeah.
Giants plus 7. But yeah, I'm doing it.
I love how disgusting that play is, Fuski, and that gets me
Yeah,
excited. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna squad ride the Giants because that's the
buy it
side
to
I like as
7.
well. Okay.
I don't want to talk about it, but we're buying it to 7, and we're betting on the Giants.
Okay, and we're gonna move on to the next game. We're gonna stop talking about this game, right?
Next game, Eagles at Saints. Saints -3 with a total set at 49.5. Oh, God. It seemed so easy last week, and then we got destroyed. Uh, yeah, no, I'm good on this game.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go on the under.
Yeah, that was the play I leaned toward, 49.5.
Under 49.5, locking that in.
But the way the Saints have been playing, they could score fucking 50 on their own.
Yeah, no, they definitely could. They definitely could. But I don't know. I like it. I think this is the week to kind of Saints will kind of come back to earth a little bit. I lean the Saints minus the 3 here. I think they come back down to earth a little bit. Like I said, Eagles struggling offensively. Well, not really. They scored a lot of points with the Packers. But I like the under there. Under 49.5.
Yeah, it's just tough, man. Week 3 is tough. I'm laying off that one. I would lean the under there too, and I would lean toward the Eagles only because of the way they lost that game. But I'm not playing it. Next game, Panthers at Raiders. Raiders -5. Total set at 40. I want nothing to do with this game. Thank you very much. Andy Dalton
Um, you thought your Giants plus 7 was gross, Fuski.
taking the Panthers. Yeah, I don't blame you with Andy.
Panthers plus 5. Andy Dalton. Offense should get a little bit of a boost. I'm not talking. They're not going to score 49 points like the Saints, but the offense should be better. Veteran quarterback, veteran leadership back there. I saw a stat. Teams 0-2 heading into week 3 are like 67% against the spread or something like that. So I'm gonna go with it, especially with the change of quarterback too. Plus 5 against the Raiders, which I like at the end of the day, I don't think they're world beaters by any point. They beat the Ravens, but
The Red Rocket.
I think the Red Rocket leads the Panthers to a cover and potentially a win.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I can't believe I'm saying it, but that's the side I lean to.
So I rode the Giants. You're gonna ride the Panthers with me.
This season makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Next game, uh, Dolphins at Seahawks. Seahawks are laying 4.5 at home. Total set at 41.5. Um, is Kenny Tua is obviously on IR. Is Kenny Walker back? I'm gonna figure that out.
Questionable. It's an oblique injury, so it's a weird one to get over. I mean, you're always using your core muscles. You're using your core muscles to breathe every single second
Yeah,
of the day.
he did not practice today, which is Wednesday. Um, yeah, I got nothing here.
Yeah, I got nothing here either. I wanna lean the Seahawks just because Skylar Thompson blows, but yeah, the rest of that offense is still explosive. So I'm gonna lay off here. maybe the over 41.5 might be a play, but um, I'll be laying off.
You know what? Give me the Dolphins plus 4.5.
Oh, oh.
Yep,
All right, folks.
it's gross. I know.
Yeah, this is a gross week.
Next game we got Ravens at Cowboys. Big game for both teams, really. Ravens are favorites on the road. Basically a pick 'em. Ravens -1, total set at 48.5, -118 for the Ravens on the money line, -102 for the Cowboys on the money line. I have no interest in taking either team here.
Mm-hmm. I lean the Ravens slightly, but I don't like it. I don't like it enough to play it. Um, yeah, I think both teams have to figure a few things out. Ravens are in dire need of a win, a tough stretch, including this game coming up. So I will want to say the Ravens will figure it out and get a win here, but no, don't love it enough.
Yeah, I would lean the other way because of the offensive line struggles
Yeah.
and inexperience. I think Micah Parsons is going to wreak havoc here, but I'm not confident in the Cowboys. So let's move on. Lions at Cardinals. Lions -3 on the road, over under set at 51.5. Yeah, no thanks.
Nothing. I actually have over 51.5.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think the Lions offense kind of gets it back into gear a little bit here. And we all know the Cardinals offense has been elite, and I think they continue to be elite, especially at home here. So yeah, give me the over 51.5. Is that what it is on DK right now? Yeah, 51.5.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna fade you, and I'm gonna go with the under 51.5, actually.
Okay. Asshole.
Sorry.
Dick.
Uh, but if the Lions continue to do what they've been doing, uh, they won't run the ball much. So, and I think the Cards will.
Okay. Well, I think it goes over.
I think he goes under.
Okay.
I think that's too obvious over.
A little head to head over under match here. I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Last afternoon game is Niners at Rams. Niners are laying 7 on the road without Debo, without CMC. Total is set at 44.5. The Rams are without Puka and Cooper Kupp and half their offensive line. I want nothing to do with this game. The Niners should win handily. But then again, it's a divisional game, so you never know what happens. But I do not want to touch this game.
Yeah, I am not touching this game. No, thank you. No thanks. We can move right along here. I got nothing to say about this one.
Yep, and then we got Chiefs at Falcons for Sunday night to cap it off. Chiefs are laying 3.5 with a total at 46.5. No Isaiah Pacheco for the Chiefs. He is now on IR. Falcons coming off a huge win, comeback win. This one will be interesting. I don't have a play but I think Pacheco is going to be a big factor.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree there too. I think the Falcons cover the 3.5.
Yeah, I lean that way too, but betting against the Chiefs is never my favorite thing to do. So
I know it never is, man. It never works out well.
that one
Um,
might be a late ad,
yeah,
I'd
there might
say.
be
I
a
think
Sunday afternoon ad, depending on how the weekend goes, and
I think we're both leaning Falcons,
yeah, I
but
like it. I
we'll
like it
see how the
enough.
week goes.
I like it enough that I can definitely be convinced into playing it. Probably will end up playing it, but um, yeah, not like one of those. Yeah, I have no idea, so I'm gonna pick it. I'm gonna pick the Falcons, but I do like the Falcons though. They showed a little bit of heart there. Um, Chiefs. Who do they
Defense
have
played
on?
well.
The Chiefs travel to the Chargers next week, I believe. Um,
The only, I mean, Hurts was not throwing the ball really.
no,
Like let's see.
but I
See, I
feel like when
want
he,
to take the.
I feel like when he, I feel like when he did throw the ball, he did fine until that last drive.
I'm about to find out right now.
23 to 30.
183, Tutty and a pick. Devontae 7 for 76.
And over 70% completion percentage. So, I mean, he's throwing it fine. It's not challenging downfield a whole lot. Which the Falcons defense is pretty stout though. You got AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates, Judon.
You know what? Uh, I'm gonna buy the Chiefs to 3. Give me the Chiefs -3.
Oh, whoa! Talk about a 180, huh?
Yeah, I think the Falcons won that game because of coaching, and the Chiefs have better coaching than the Falcons. So give me the Chiefs -3.
Okay. I'll probably be fading you there, if anything.
That's it. 2 Monday night games this week. We'll tweet out our picks. Let's run through them real quick. My college picks are Michigan USC under 44, Louisville -10, TCU on the money line -142, Cal +3, Western Kentucky +3, and Minnesota +3 for college football.
I just lost connection to the meeting for the last 20, 25 seconds. So I have no idea what you were saying.
I just ran through my picks for college, and then I'll do NFL.
All right. So my official plays, college football on Saturday. The Raging Cajuns +3 hosting Tulane. I got Navy +9 hosting Memphis. Texas Tech -3 hosting Arizona State. Utah, Oklahoma State under 54. Lions dropping. Get it in before it gets too low. Western Kentucky +2.5 hosting Toledo. BC -6.5 hosting Michigan State. Big home field advantage guy, huh? Picking all the home teams. But no, all good spots. All very profitable spots, I believe. So I'm gonna rock with that. You said you haven't run through your NFL yet?
Yeah, you do NFL. I'll do mine after.
Cool. Colts -1.5. Um, Panthers +5. Giants. I didn't punch it in yet, but Fuski wants me to get to 7. If I do, I'll probably use the boost there. Um, Saints, Eagles under 49.5, and Lions, Cardinals over 51.5.
Yeah, and I got on Thursday night. I got Pats plus the 7. I will buy it there. It's currently at 6. If you're on DraftKings, you can get 50% boost. But either way, I think it's going to be minus 130, minus 140 for the plus 7 by kickoff. I still like it there, even laying a little bit of juice.
Mm-hmm.
I had nothing in the Bears game, but I did like DeAndre Swift over the 52.5 rushing yards. That is an official play. Texans on the money line currently at minus 135. I like the Giants plus the 7, which I'm buying the half a point as well. Dolphins plus the 4.5. Under 51 in the Cards and Lions game. And then I am taking the Chiefs minus the 3 in the prime time. And that is it for me.
Cool.
And that is it for the pod.
Gonna be a good week, man. Gonna be a good week. Football is back in full swing. Week 3 of NFL, week 4 of college. I mean, we are full swing right now.
Yeah, we're flying by, man.
Right in the thick of it now.
Can't believe it's already week 3. But anyways, that does it for the pod. Picks, recap, and a bunch of other shit in between. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe. And we will be back with you next week.
Yes, sir. Next week, same time. Let's have a good week, man.
Peace.
Peace.